Hey guys, so I did a video yesterday where I talked about how I've gotten a lot of emails recently from people who need energy healing and have been experiencing anxiety, racing thoughts, panic, etc., just general feelings of overwhelm and stress. And I think that's quite common. And so I did a video talking about that yesterday. If you haven't seen it, I would go back and watch it. But yeah, even though I rambled on for 10 minutes, I still thought of a few more things I'd like to say. So I thought I'd do a part two today and just talk a little bit more about meditation. Because when you're first getting started doing meditation, it can be difficult, and especially if you're overwhelmed by stress and experiencing racing thoughts and anxiety, it can be difficult to slow down and get yourself into states where you can have effective meditation. So I thought I would just give you guys a little more information about the types of meditation that I do and some tips and tricks that I use to make it easier for myself to slip into those states of consciousness. And I guess the main type of meditation that most people do, I call it 0 point meditation, where you just want to clear your mind. You're going into the 0 point, where that means you're just being. You're not, there's no activity, there's no brain activity, there's nothing. You're just being and focusing on the breath. I guess that could also be called TM or transcendental meditation. I guess it's the same thing. But yeah, I call that 0 point meditation. And that is very good for clearing the mind. I do a daily chanting practice. I belonged to a Buddhist organization for a while, and while I'm not the hugest fan of religious organizations, some are better than others. I love to chant, and the tenets of Buddhism are, I agree with them. Mostly they're beautiful and right on point as far as I can see. And so what I chant every day is Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, and that translates to devotion to the mystic law of cause and effect through sound or teaching. And by chanting a mantra, that's what I chant. Other people chant other mantras. You should find what resonates with you. Um, and thinking about what you want, it raises your vibration, it strengthens your energy field, and helps to just put the information out for what you want. You want to think about what you want, not what you don't want. Um, so, yeah, I was just starting that practice 9 years ago. It really helped me with my negative thought patterns and to help just to be more clear in general. But I find it's also necessary and beneficial for me to do the 0 point meditation as well. So I do both. And I also do shamanic journey, which is a whole other thing that's such a beautiful practice that I think anyone can do if they want to. Anyone can learn how to do it, where you put yourself into a trance state and are able to access other realms, spiritual beings, and information, and work on your soul and the soul of others. So that's pretty cool. But we're just going to focus on things you can do to get started today. So let's focus on silent meditation. And if a mantra chanting practice calls to you, look more into that, because it might be something that could be beneficial to you as well. But here's some tips. If you have racing thoughts and you have trouble getting into a silent meditation, what I find it helpful to do, first off, it's good to sit up, and sometimes I like to sit up in like a chair or couch with a back, because then it's like I'm not going to fall asleep, but I'm not so focused on keeping my back straight that I can relax and I can go into this meditative state. And if you're just feeling like stress, overwhelmed, you want to just slow down your breathing And you want to breathe in your nose. And then when you breathe out, I want you to just imagine all that stress leaving your body. All the worry, all the stress, all the fears, everything dense, just blow it out with the out breath. And you can even visualize it as like a black smoke or whatever you want to visualize it as. And when you breathe in, just imagine any color light you want, white, blue, gold, pink, whatever resonates with you. Just imagine yourself being poured with that light into your body and into your aura. And with the out breath, out goes the black smoke. And just do that for a while until you feel better. And then you can just kind of try to drop into that 0 point state. Um, and the other point I wanted to make is that if you are trying to drop into the 0 point state and you're just still having the thoughts coming in, which is totally normal, it's just our brains running the programs. And we just need to take control of that. So, what you do then is if I'm having a thought, I'm just like, oh, look at that. I observe the thought, and then I just imagine it going into a cloud and just floating away. And it's like you can imagine, like I sometimes imagine I'm lying in a beautiful field, and there goes the thought, and it goes into the cloud and just goes bye bye and drifts away. And so that kind of helps me if I'm having a lot of thoughts coming in while I'm meditating. And you can't expect to master something the first couple of times you do it. Practice makes perfect, you know what they say. So be tenacious in your efforts, and you will find that it will come much easier. Um, Something that my teacher taught me about going into shamanic journey trance states is that you can use essential oils, just like breathe them in, do a little breath work, breathe them in, and that helps to stimulate your olfactory system, and it will recognize, like, oh, I'm going into this state now. And you'll drop in much easier because you just start to associate. I'm breathing in this like beautiful scent, and your brain associates it with dropping into that state. So you'll drop in much faster. So I hope you guys find this helpful. If you want to learn more, I would definitely recommend reading my first book if you want to learn about energy and energy healing and healing yourself. Uh, Synergy, a Modern Healer's Guide to Complete Bioenergy Wellness. It can be found on Amazon, or you can link it on my site, wuwwoman.com. I have a shop with orgone energy for your EMF. And you can learn more about booking an energy healing session with me if you want to do some deeper work. But these are some tips that you can use now to help yourself. So I hope you found that useful, and have a good day.